guys, so it is Thursday. Welcome back to another homeschool day. Today we are starting history and science, so I'm very excited about that. I am teaching the history part, and let me show you what we're using. We use Story of the World, and with Story of the World, the girls have workbooks. They're over there, and we read a chapter out of this. And then this is a History of the World illustrated encyclopedia. And we will look for the different passages. Like here, we would look at pages 1 through 8 in the Kingfisher. So we'll go through and we'll look at, still on index. Where are the pages? There we go, 26. So we will look at these kinds of things today, and we'll read through and look at the pictures and look about what archaeology is and things like that. And we have a couple different activities. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to read a book aloud together, and it's called Me and My Family Tree. And then we have options for other read aloud books. I think these are the ones that my girls would be most interested in, so we're going to go to the library later and get books. And then we have 2 different activities we're going to do. The first one is called The History of My Family. And I punched holes in the top. And they are going to bind them with yarn to make their own little flip book. And then each page, there's a few of this same page here. It says a history of, and you put the person's name. And then you look at their date of birth, where they were born, their parents' names, and then it has a couple different questions that you ask about them, and then you put a picture of them in there. So they can interview their family members. We'll put the book together today, and they'll pick what family members they want to interview, and then they will do that on their own time. And the project that we are going to do as a group today, please excuse the messiness of my kitchen, we're going to do an archaeological dig. So I went around the house and I found a couple little things, and they are in the bottom of this bin, and then I filled it with potting soil. It's supposed to be sand, but I don't have sand, and I did have potting soil. So we have made a grid, and then they're going to make a grid on paper. I thought I had folded it right, but I did 4 openings, and this has 5. So we will have to make new ones when Paige gets here. And then they're going to do an archaeological dig, and they will put in each box what it is they found. But I only did 4 here, and they need 5. So they will just use, crayons or pencils to do that. So that is what we are doing today. I teach this, and Karen teaches science. So I'm not sure exactly what we're doing in science today. These are our science workbooks. Like I said yesterday, I like to buy PDFs and then make my own workbooks, because this is considerably cheaper than buying workbooks from the publisher. And if you buy a PDF, it's normally just a few dollars. And then you can print as many as you need for your particular homeschool. So we have reading lists in here for all the different books we read. In the state of Florida, you need to keep a reading list in with the rest of your curriculum that you do for the end of the year. But today we talk about Adventure Begins and Habitat. We're going to do like a nature walk and things like that, and they're going to discuss things that they see in our environment here. So, and I'm not sure what else they have going on with this. Karen will let us know, because she is teaching that one. And I printed out, we finished reading Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, so I printed out this fun book that I'm going to bind later. I can't find my little combs. They're somewhere buried in my schoolroom. So I'm going to print out for all 7 books and bind them into one big one. And we're just going to go from there. But it's interesting. It has different vocabulary words. It has questions that have to do with the book. So it's, reading comprehension and learning and stuff along with the books. So that's going to be fun to do together with my 2. Paige does not like Harry Potter. So she's not into that. I brought the whiteboard out here because I'm not sure if Karen's going to need it. I know I don't need it, but Karen might. So I brought the whiteboard out just in case. And, there's my laminator and my cone binder, because I am still working on things. And then, of course, after history and science, we have, did I say this is the writing program we're doing? This is the writing program we're doing, and Paige is doing part B. We're doing part A, because she's older than my kids. And I still am working on my lesson plans. Like this is what we did Tuesday. It will be similar for today. I haven't put the language arts in yet. But what I do is I go through each workbook, and I take it all the way out to the end of the workbook. So like the one I just recently did for Nat is something called word study. I have a key over here to the side so I know what my abbreviations mean. So word study goes all the way out, and I also did her reading book. And that will only happen, her reading book will only happen on Monday, Tuesday, because Thursday, Friday, we're so busy with other things. So reading happens on those days, but word study happens all the days. And I go through the workbook from start to finish, and I plan it out. So some things, you know, it's very small at the end here, because Math Mammoth only covers the first semester. So I'm going to evaluate and see, you know, because everything here is MM for Math Mammoth. If we do well with Math Mammoth, then of course I will print the next one and we'll start it the next semester. But but if it doesn't work, then I want to switch to a different math curriculum. So I haven't, you know, lesson planned out Math Mammoth for after the first of the year, because I don't know if we're going to be using it after the first of the year. But I like to literally go through page by page of each book to make sure that what I'm doing in another book doesn't interfere or isn't just drastically different. Because, you know, if one book is doing, you know, addition review, I don't want to go straight into multiplication on the same day in another thing that Katie's not quite ready for yet. She's still struggling with multiplication. And we're going to be doing a 10-day mastery program in a couple weeks. I'm waiting for those books to come in. So, yeah, I'll take you along with us today, and we'll see how history and science goes for the day.
Oh, you're the cup. Oh, I didn't see the cup.
All right, don't forget the cup, Nat, is in grid B.
Okay.
So far they have found a tomato, a cup, and a pot. And they're drawing them,
This
or
isn't like J and O, right?
J and O.
Like, it's like a tea set pot.
Yeah, I just went and grabbed some things out of the playroom. Good job, Nat. Drawing them in both quadrants.
It's symmetry.
All
Okay.
right, go ahead and take out what we found. So they're out of the way, because there may be something else underneath it, right? We saw the different layers.
Yeah. Excuse me, Kate. No, wait, this makes me.
Katie, honey, you're across like 12 different grids. Natalie, it's in the...
I'm sorry.
Caitlin.
It's
Tone.
fine. We're. No.
Hey, Paige, you put your arm right in front of Katie. See, Katie, that's how it felt when you did it to Nat. Be careful. I should have done this with like brownie mix or something. Right?
So that we can eat it afterwards.
Right. There are 6 things total, guys.
I didn't splash it all onto the table.
There are 6 things total. We have only found 3, so you have to get down into the further recesses.
Sorry. Hey, Katie, can we switch spots so I can like get over there? Yeah. Thank you. I'm covering other things.
Oh,
Ooh, I
you just
found
gotta
something.
get careful because you gotta leave them.
Spoon.
Oh.
I found it in here.
All right. Wait, leave it in so everyone can document
What
it.
is it? Spoon?
It's a spoon that she found going across which quadrants? Do you know?
Right here.
So M and N.
Yeah.
So go ahead and draw a spoon, Katie, across M and N.
That's the best spoon I can do.
That's an excellent spoon.
Mom, that's stupid.
But do you know it's a spoon?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's all that matters.
Boom.
Oh, what is with this attitude today, girlfriend?
Okay, that's 4 out of 6. Oh, another spoon. Now, did we take out the other spoon? I don't think so.
Oh, okay. No, that was
Oh, I found something.
Calm. Hey, if archaeologists did that, they would destroy the little clay pieces and things like that. You guys need to calm down. Now stop what you're doing.
It's an I and J.
And
No,
draw
it's just
that
an I. No, it's
No,
not.
Katie, it's going through 2 different ones. Calm down.
A spoon. Another spoon.
Katie, what's with the attitude?
Let's take out this spoon.
It's rough, right? Getting to sleep in all day, play in dirt, climb the tree.
Happy not back to school.
Right? Good
I'm
grief.
doing this with my hands.
All right, do it with your hands.
Oh, I found something. Wait.
Aha! Leave it where, Katie, it was long way. It was long way.
I was like this.
No, it wasn't. It was long way.
It's a K and L.
All right, fine. And it's a little,
Jesus, B.
well, we'll just, I don't know what we'll call it, because food wouldn't last that long,
It's
but
in G and L.
there you go. So, funny thing that happened today, we were doing science, and they went outside to do I'm looking at Karen, so I'm laughing, a science observation, nature walk, and one of the kids apparently hit the lock on the door handle as we were walking out the door, and I said, well, let's not leave the door hanging open, we're letting all the air conditioning out, and I closed the door, and then the handle was locked. And nobody had a key because we were just walking outside to walk around the yard for a nature walk. So I had to call Eddie home to come let us back in the house. We locked ourselves out of the house. So, happy not back to school. So other than locking ourselves out of the house, today was a very successful, I locked my children out. I did that. I locked the kids out. It's habit. You come in the house, you lock the deadbolt, right? Sorry. So as I was saying, today was a very successful homeschool day, other than locking ourselves out of the house and then locking my kids out of the house. But this little red-faced girl over here, it is quite hot outside, and they are playing with the neighbor kids. The neighbor kids are home from school. So it took a little while to do history and science today because it was our first day doing it, first day with the new curriculum. But I think it'll go quicker the more we do it, and it was a lot of fun. We had a really good time with it. But the rest of their schoolwork, because I keep Thursday and Friday a little bit lighter, because we do why do I keep saying that? History and science on Thursdays, and then field trips on Fridays. I keep those days a little bit lighter, so they were able to finish school in 2 hours. There were no tears today, even from Katie, and she was doing Roman numerals, and she was getting very frustrated with her Roman numerals, but there were no tears, and she got it done. Nat, of course, got done first and went outside to play with the neighbor kids, so that motivated Katie to move her booty a little quicker, but she didn't slack. She did all of the problems correctly and everything, so I double check her because I know when she's in a hurry, she's just going to write things just so she can get out the door. So I made sure that she did it correctly. And so they're outside playing. I have a bunch of monkeys up the tree right now, having a good old time. And, oh, there goes one running. I hate it when they run in flip-flops. It makes me so scared because Katie has just bit it so many times in flip-flops. The top part will like roll down and she'll trip on it and slide. So, sorry, there's a squirrel. But yeah, I'm going to go, guys, and enjoy the rest of the evening with my family and make some dinner. And I don't know what we're going to do. We didn't end up, I can't talk. I need sleep. That's what I need. We have a very early field trip tomorrow to I don't know if it's a police department or the sheriff's department. We're going to learn about what CSIs do. I don't know how much I can film, but I'm going to try. So I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye, Facebook. Bye, Facebook.
You're blurry.
Yes, I am.
Even the camera doesn't like it when you call it Facebook.
Maybe.
Terrifying.
There we go.
Terrifying.
Bye, Facebook.